question came in. My unfaithful partner now says I'm gaslighting him. Is this possible? So the question was him, but it could be her. So so the person that has strayed is saying now that they're being gaslit.
Well, so let's start with the what they're asking, but I don't think it's really what they're asking. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. People gaslight for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes they gaslight manipulatively. Oftentimes people gaslight reflexively. And is it possible that a partner is now gaslighting the addict? Yeah, that's possible. Do I think that that's what's going on? I don't think that's, I'm not sure. I don't know really the question. I think it's important. We had Sarah Morales on talking about gaslighting a while ago. And one of the things that she said was that it's important to recognize that gaslighting somebody is not having a disagreement. Gaslighting doesn't mean I disagree with your perspective. Gaslighting means I am painting a reality for you that is different than what reality actually is. And so, if you're disagreeing with the addict, or if the addict is disagreeing with you on something, that's not gaslighting, unless you are, telling the addict that there's a reality going on that is really false from what the reality is that the addict is experiencing.
Yeah. So let me give a scenario that came up in my head that I hear a lot from addicts. So I'm in Boulder, Colorado, and we have a pedestrian mall that a lot of people frequent. And so he might say, so we were walking down the mall and I was okay. There were a lot of people around and a lot of women around, but I felt okay. But my wife said, you were looking at her. Were you looking at her? Did you see her? You were staring. And he'll say, no, I don't think I was. I'm pretty sure I was not. She's like, yes, you were. Were you triggered? Were you? And then he'll go, oh my gosh, I think she was gaslighting me. So what do you make of that scenario?
What I make of that scenario is that the partner is scared and having their own trigger response to the environment because they're fearful that the addict is sexualizing or looking around. And so they're asking these questions to find out if their world is safe. Is their environment safe? I do not see it as an attempt to gaslight. I see it as an attempt to figure out reality, or figure out safety. Am I safe in the mall? I think sometimes betrayed partners, when they're in those situations and they ask their addict loved one, are you checking them out? Do you see those people? And it's a hard thing to trust when the addict says, no, I didn't even see it. But now that you bring it forward, but I don't see it. Because betrayed partners do. Because betrayed partners in their own hypervigilance are scanning the crowd, looking to see, is there anybody out there that could be harmful or scary for me? So I don't necessarily wouldn't use gaslighting with that example. I would say that's more hypervigilance and a trauma response. I think of gaslighting back to the question that came from the mailbag. Is it, sometimes people get with gaslighting, it's a perspective. Well, my perspective is this. I heard you say this. Well, that's not what I said. I said this. And then they get into the, well, you're gaslighting me, when it's hard because you don't always have a recorder on for conversations you have. But when the other person truly believes their perspective, that I don't know that that's gaslighting, because it's not malintention. It's not to keep secrets. It's not to hide. It's not to cause distortion. It's these two people seeing things very differently. So I think there's some nuances here of relational disagreement and perspective taking versus the pathological piece of gaslighting.